Yo, yo. Good, everybody. Yeah. Who's up late at night tonight? Shit. I mean, I got this cigar. I'm trying to work this shit, to be real with you. So we'll see. D. Anthony, what's up? Are you kidding? Jesus. Oh, what the fuck? I need this shit. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've heard Try's on his way, by the way. I've heard Do or Die too. That shit was pretty good. So, Ronnie, my day was pretty good. It was pretty busy today. I'm not gonna lie. How about yourself? Who heard Baby Keem's album? Yeah, Baby Keem's album was dope as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, it was dope. Yeah, that Jaheim shit was crazy. This might be easier than I thought. Who got you into Teddy Pendergrass? Um, Believe it or not, it was one of those Time Life infomercials, and I heard that track "Turn Off the Lights" for the first time. That's what actually got me into TP. Yeah, this year he had like a lot of dope hip hop albums this year. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, man. Working on some music myself too tonight. Okay. Yeah, Ghostface got you into Teddy Pendergrass. That's what's up. Yeah, what is going on with Wendy Williams? What the hell's wrong with her? She's going through some health issues. Oh shit. Favorite Cool and the Gang albums? Wild and Peaceful, Open Sesame, Light of World. Those albums are my favorites. Oof, itchy. Yeah, man. Thought I'd do a late night check. I felt this week has been kind of stressful for me. I'm not gonna lie. So who's ready for the VMAs? I think it's Sunday, I believe. Yeah, this Sunday. Oh wow. It's crazy how there's like three black performers in the VMAs and shit. But I digress. Yeah, me neither, Ronnie. He says been aging since he watched an award show. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather watch the hip hop awards on BET than the VMAs, and that's me being perfectly honest. Have you? Nah, I've not seen a new Chloe Bailey video yet. I'm gonna watch that probably tonight. Um, personally, I would rather sign to an indie label, but it depends on how legit the contract is. To be real with you, who's ready for the verses on Tuesday? Favorite independent hip hop labels? Raucus, Definite Junks. Shit. No, you can say Rhyme Sayers, of course, too. Oh, Duck Down, I forgot about them. How would you rank Icy albums from the '90s if you heard them all? Okay, favorite one is OG Original Gangster, then Home Invasion, then Return of the Real, then I'm gonna go with Seven Deadly Sin too. So pretty much as the '90s went on, I felt like that's how strong his albums were. Yeah, man. The Iceberg album to me, that's probably my second favorite album from him and shit. Would you consider Loud independent? Um, I was thinking about mentioning Loud, but I could have sworn they had a distributor too. I'm trying to look up right now. Stop talking. Hurry the fuck up. Yeah, it was distributed by RCA. So yeah, I don't consider an indie. How you feel about the Poison Clan? I never actually really heard Poison Clan like that. Besides, I actually heard some of the Discovery definitely pretty good, definitely better than Two Live Crew. Yeah, I've heard many people say Poison Clan was like more lyrical and shit like that. So that's something I should consider. Murder Inc. Records or Bad Boy? Or Bad Boy. Bad Boy all the fucking way. Say what you want to say about Puff, but I'd rather listen to that than Murder. Murder Inc. They try so hard to be like Bad Boy. I'm not gonna lie. Try so hard to be like Bad Boy at one point. You said Jermaine Dupri appeared on Jay Z's "I Just Want to Love You" video. Yeah, I think I remember seeing him there. So never liked that song like that. Be real with you. I think Death Row's kind of overrated in my. I heard a lot of people say Death Row's overrated. I mean, to each his own. To each its own. I like Ruthless Records over. Ooh, okay. Yeah, Ruthless Records. They do get a little underrated too sometimes. I feel like they held their own. I feel like they held their own really with the Death Row. Like you had Above the Law, Bone Thugs, Cocaine, all that shit. Yeah, Ronnie, come on, like real, like the whole sound and image. They try to be like Bad Boy, if not Bad Boy, then Death Row. They never really had an image you can call its own. Hell, me being, y'all know how I feel about Social Death, but I'd rather listen to Social Death over Murder Inc. Have you heard Onyx for Life joint that can? Nah, I didn't hear that Onyx joint yet. Did not. I heard that was a good joint though. Okay, try to say he's on IG Live. I'll try to make it when I'm finished. Oh, bro, you good? I'm gonna stay on probably till about 2:15 anyway. Yeah, surprisingly. I mean, Yeah, I mean, surprisingly, because like I've never really been that big of an Ashanti fan like that. Yeah, I know how I feel about Ja Rule. Lloyd was pretty decent, but it's just that Murder Inc. It was they were just so trend like they just follow so many trends and for a label that's called Murder Inc. and shit like that, it's like a lot of R&B playground kind of beats and shit. Yeah, man, because and he like I said, me not being a big Jermaine Dupri fan and shit like that, I do fuck with Chris Cross's last album, The Brat's Functified. Even Dupri's Life in 1472 and shit like that. Hell, Escapes. I didn't even mention Escape and shit too. I know Try likes Chris Cross's second album and shit, but y'all can have that one. Rough Riders or G Unit. Oh, I'm going with Rough Riders, man. How y'all like it? My first cigar rolled up and shit. Favorite doo-wop groups. The Flamingos, the Platters, Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. I would consider the Miracles doo-wop, but they were more like soul and shit like that. But their earlier stuff had like a doo-wop feel to it, so I'm gonna also throw the Miracles in there too. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna stay on to like 2:15ish because I got some homework to do. So many classic albums came out this day. Yeah, man. The Blueprint. I mean, everyone's focused on the Blueprint and shit. You know, Fabulous. I know people want to say Fabulous, but I mean, Graduation. Oh, Graduation. I forgot came out. Yeah, Alonzo. Speaking of Graduation, this Sunday, Try and I, we're gonna do the double review between Graduation and Curtis and stuff like that. Yeah, I already said Fabulous's album's not a classic. Yeah, so stay tuned September 12th. I think this is gonna be like 11 o'clock. Short Dog in the House came out September 11th too. I forgot about that. Curtis. I mean, all I want to say about Curtis is you can't win everything. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, I love that Cadillac song Speedo. That was on the Goodfellas movie and shit. It's good, Sugar Heart. Yeah, that Ghetto Fabulous was trash. But for real though, the next reviews I got coming after the break. I take my little break. Y'all really cannot miss them. That's all I gotta say. I might do some CD shopping tonight. I was gonna do it this week, but school. That's all I gotta say. All right. Hmm. Are you still doing part two? Yeah. The R&B album. I don't know what day next week I'm gonna do them, but yeah, I might do that one and shit. Hmm. Trust said do them tonight. Oh, try you want to do it tonight? Damn, I didn't get my list ready yet. Shit. If you want to do it tonight, I mean, okay. But I didn't get my list ready, so yeah. You said freestyle it. Hmm. Got you. Now, if it's under the underrated R&B albums, then I can freestyle that. I can freestyle that easily. Overrated, I actually gotta come up with reasons why I gotta think it's overrated and shit because it's easier with hip hop than R&B because people with R&B albums sometimes. I mean, mm, how can I put this? You have different perspectives. That's all I gotta say. Alonzo said, "Do you play Call of Duty?" I used to play Call of Duty a lot, but not as much these days. Y'all got your game. Yeah, I'm waiting on Try to finish up his Gamble and Huff list. I'm still shopping around and shit like that. Do you listen to electronic music? Uh, Not like that. Would you consider the Temptations doo wop? Personally, I would not, but I'm not gonna lie that they were not influenced. They were very influenced by a lot of doo wop. I would not consider them doo wop. I consider them the Miracles more doo wop than Temptations. Yeah, try how you like my cigar and shit. Who are your top three Wu Tang affiliates? Oh man, Shaheem, Capadonna, Fourth Disciple. Oh shit, he's actually here. I did not expect him to come this early, but okay.
Yo,
Yo,
what's good?
I didn't expect you to come this early.
Why we gotta
How you
do a
doing?
list? I don't want to. I don't like doing lists all the time. Because I feel like at this point we already know this shit. We should just freestyle it. If we feel like doing a spontaneous list. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of like
I'm down. I'm
overrated.
down. I'm down.
There's a lot. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, we could do a list for the R&B, or we can just freestyle it and you know what I mean. So Sam's calling me poopy head and shit. Do you like Little Brother? Moonflower says.
Shit, I was just chilling tonight though. I'm poopy.
You like Little Brother? I love Little Brother.
I love Little Brother,
Minstrel Show is a classic.
especially their first two albums.
I love Minstrel Show more than the Listening, but great album. Left Back was okay. I didn't really care for the last one they did with just Fonte and Big Pooh. Without no ninth one, that it don't feel like a real Little Brother project. And I think people just wanted to appreciate that project because it was them those two getting back together, but I didn't care for it. But Minstrel Show to me is great. Like I still play that album. Salute, Legion was good. No, I didn't make my list yet. I keep forgetting that. When is the battle? When is the battle again?
Just finish it by Sunday because I'm gonna just plan it by next week.
Okay, I keep forgetting to make the list. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
You like the list?
I was
Yeah,
saying
but
I
I don't.
like
I
my
don't like
cigar and shit.
making the cigar. Yeah, I love the cigar. The cigar is dope. I don't like making lists all the time because we know this shit by heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't. If we wanted to really do it right now, I could do it. Like I don't need to make the list. I could tell you 10 overrated R&B albums or 10 underrated R&B albums.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The list is good you know, like if you want to get into detail, but I don't care to make lists all the time. But it's like, you know, we could freestyle it at this point, man. You know what I'm saying? How I feel about the NBA season? I feel
Shit.
I feel
Fuck it.
like
Fuck it. If
the
you want to
NBA
freestyle, we can freestyle.
season NBA season is going to be fantastic. I'm expecting big things from my Knicks. You know, I want us to get far in the postseason this time, not just get to the first round and that's it. Like we gotta do big things, man. We gotta be taken seriously. Like we want to compete with the big dogs, like you know the Nets and the Bucks. I want them to get as far as possible in the postseason. Every year we got to keep elevating and you know getting better to till we meet till we reach you know the finals and get that chip. So I'm expecting big things from my Knicks this year, and that's all it's about. It's about my Knicks. I don't care about no other team out there. I don't care what Brooklyn. Even though I live in Brooklyn and I see what the Nets is doing, that's cool for them. But I'm a diehard Knicks fan. I got to support my team, and that's what it is. So Milwaukee, I expect for them to have a good you know title defense this year. The Lakers, we're gonna see what they do. You know they just signed DeAndre Jordan to a contract, so they traded Mark Gasol to the Grizzlies. So we'll see what they do, but it's all about the orange and blue for me. Red smoking a cigar. Is this your first time smoking a cigar? You said
Hell yeah.
like ever. This is your first time smoking a cigar?
First time smoking a cigar ever, ever.
Wow. So how what you think about it? Is good
I mean, it's like smoking a blunt to me and shit like that. I don't
without
know.
the
I
actual
mean,
weed
it's good.
inside
I
it
feel.
though. But that's not a Philly blunt though. That's not a Philly blunt you got.
Oh no, there's weed in here.
Oh, there's weed in it. But is it the Philly
Yeah.
blunt cigars? I mean, that's the Philly blunt cigar.
Nah, nah.
Oh, what's the difference between
I feel
gangster
like,
and gangster?
well, I can answer that.
What's the difference between gangster and
Pretty much,
gangster?
gangster. Gangsters like the old time gangsters and like Al Capone and all that shit. Gangsters, what these niggas try to be like and shit.
I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about the AZ album. Has anybody heard the new AZ album? This is the best album
That
out
shit was
right
dope.
now. This is the best album out right now. I am saying it. The best album. Better than Nas's album. Better than West Side Gun's album. This album's fire. I got
Damn. Yeah, that easy was dope.
the intro. The intro for people that didn't know the intro. I want to say that the person that's talking with AZ is Idris Elba. That's the one that's playing God on that album because it sounds like his voice. You know, he has that British accent. I'm almost certain that's Idris Elba. Better than Donda. Yes, it is better than Donda. Better than Drake's album. It's definitely better than both of those albums. You got a new single out. It's called Just for You. The video's out on YouTube. Check it out. It's fire.
Yeah,
My
fuck
man
Drake.
Az, my man Az is rocking polo. He got the polo hat. He got the polo rugby on with the blue and gray Air Maxes. That's Brooklyn style. I love it. You got the wheel with Jaheim fire track. What else is on here? You got joints with
Mr.
Buck
Dog.
Wild producing. Huh? Mr. Dog.
Mr. Dog fighting.
Mr. Who?
Yeah, well, he
Who's
got
that?
arrested for them mistreatment of dogs and some shit.
Who?
Jaheim got arrested.
He did? I didn't hear about that.
You didn't hear about Jaheim getting arrested?
No.
Yeah, he got arrested for mistreatment of dogs and shit.
Oh wow. Well, he wouldn't be the first one. Michael Vick got
It's
arrested.
crazy.
DMX had his issues with dogs. What's the name? That dog whisperer guy. He killed Queen Latifah's dog. You heard about that? That was on TMZ. Queen Latifah's dog is dead because it's like some pit bull killed her dog or some shit. You hear about that? Okay, we getting back to the AZ album. Like I was saying, Buck Wild did some tracks on here. It's fire.
Oh wow.
Alchemist, the Alchemist joint, the Ritual with Lil Wayne and Conway is fire. You know how the Alchemists do.
Nah, man. I was just. I'm.
Um, mm.
Yeah.
Your feed is coming in late. What's going on here? I'm seeing your feed coming in late right now. You hear me? I don't think you hear me. Red, you hear me? Your feed is coming in late.
For me.
Yes.
How's it going?
I'm hearing you. I'm
Yeah, I hear
hearing
you.
your
Can you hear me?
yeah. But I'm hearing your feed coming late though. Check me out with Pete Rock, Fire Track. This album is the best hip hop album out right now. Drake ain't fucking with this. Donda not fucking with this. Donda had like a good 1 week run. It's not a classic. The first AZ Do or Die album is a classic, not this one. This just came out. We gotta soak this all in because this might be his last album. That's what he so supposedly that's what he's saying. This is his last album or whatever. But it's definitely worth the wait. I like every track on here. The production is solid. I wish he would have added Nas on here though. If it's your last album, you gotta have the Nas or Cormega somebody on here. But this is a solid album. They didn't like the album. They don't know they didn't like the album, but they're praising Drake's shit though, right? I don't get that. You hear? Are you hear us? You hear us now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's great. I love it. Come
Yeah, the
on,
album was
AZ.
dope though.
He needs to. Is this on CD yet? He needs to release this on CD.
I don't think so.
No. Come on, AZ. Release this shit. No streaming for me. I need this on physical. What you think about the album, Rich?
I actually fuck with the album.
You like it?
Yeah.
You didn't have no issues with it?
I mean, there was like two songs I didn't care for really,
Uh,
but all in all, I felt like it was an all around a dope album. It was
is it
wicked
on
well
vinyl?
used
I
to be
don't think
real
it's on.
too.
It's not on no physical. Is it on vinyl? It's not on vinyl, right?
It's not on physical yet.
Come on, AZ. We need CD and vinyl here, yo. You know, like 1995 when you released the first one. Dope album. I fuck with it. And he didn't try to go left field with it either. He didn't try to do no stupid fucking you know trap rapping or no mumble rap or no shit like that. He just kept it AZ. I like the features on there. I like the fact that
Right.
he collaborated with Weezy and Ross is on here. Dave East is on here. Even T Pain is on here. Never thought I would hear T Pain and AZ before. Crazy,
That was one of the tracks
crazy
I didn't
joint.
really care for, low key.
You didn't care for that? The last track? I thought it reminded me of
Nah.
Kanye. Speaking of Kanye, it reminded me of Kanye's Good Life. It reminded me of that joint.
That's probably why I felt like I don't know. I just felt
Hmm.
like
It
it was
reminded
like
me
a
of that joint.
throwaway track.
Right.
I just felt
But
like
he
it was a
got
throwaway
he
track.
got Found My Niche. That's from what's Found My Niche is from what last year I think. He released that last year.
Mm,
That was like the teaser joint. But he's been doing this
yeah,
album for the last 10 years. Like he was dropping singles for since like 2010 for this album. And a lot, that's why I'm surprised it's only like 12 songs and then the bonuses with T Pain. But he really should have had it like a 20 something track album because he been dropping joints for this album for 10 years. You know?
like I said, maybe we might have a Do or Die 3, maybe.
Oh God. I don't know. Raekwon said he doing Cuban Link 3 and that's gonna take a couple years. He ain't dropping that next year. You know,
Moonflower said, "What's your question, Moonflower?"
what are the purpose of double albums? The purpose is to give you twice the bangers on two albums and try to it's the same project but try to like make each disc versatile. Then you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I would put it. That's why not everybody could do one. You know what I'm saying? Like very few people have done one, and for the most part they've been classic, but not everybody could do one.
Some niggas just do it for clout.
Like who? Who does a double album clock?
Drake,
He don't have a double album. Oh, he does have a double
Scorpion.
album. It was decent. It wasn't classic though. It was decent. A lot better to me than Blueprint 2. That might be the worst one that I don't like.
Nah, corruption is the worst one.
Corruption is the worst one.
Hell
Hector
yeah,
was good, yo. Where you been, Hector? You been hiding? Where you been?
Hector.
You want to run from the cops? Where you been hiding at? What's the worst double album to you? Is it Corruption? I heard Corruption. I don't think it was bad. It just wasn't his best shit, and it should have been because he had Dre on that album.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe Corrupt wasn't ready to do a double album at that point. Cause that wasn't on Death Row, right?
You said what?
That wasn't on Death Row. That was after Death Row.
After that though, yeah.
After Death Row, yeah. Maybe at that point he wasn't ready to do a double album. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it was bad. I just thought it wasn't his best shit, and it should have been because of the people he had on that album. He had P Rock on that album. You know what I'm saying? And they barely played was it Give Me What You Got? They barely played that video on Rhapsody.
You know what's crazy about that? There was a joint called Five Mics on that album.
Hmm.
Cause I think originally that joint got like three mics on the source, and I think that was produced by some cats from the source, and they re-rated that four mics or some.
What? Four? That's a four mic album to them.
Like watch that Beef Two. There was and they were talking about Eminem versus Benzino, and they were
Hmm.
mentioning the Corruption album and shit.
I don't know. Maybe 3 or 3.5. I don't know about no four mics. Four mics is like we starting to go into the classic material territory. It's not that,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
a three mic album at least.
Is it better than Blueprint 2?
Corruption.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm gonna have to go with Blueprint 2 on that one, man.
Really? Wow. You,
Yeah,
you you giving Jay more credit than I am because I don't like that double album.
I
Too
I,
many
I
too many
never
fillers on
like.
there.
There was a lot more on Corruption, man.
Too
I
many
mean,
fillers.
Blueprint 2 was not good by any means, but
Blueprint 2 was a 12 track album that turned into a double album, and it should have never been a double album. That's why they scaled it back, and he's never done that for no other album. This is Jay Z we talking about. You think Jay Z at this point would care what the fans think? The fact that the fans like it got so much backlash and they had to scale it back, that's never happened before. You know what I'm saying? So that really got to him. You could tell because like the fact that they put out another edition and they just put the best tracks on or what they consider the best tracks. You know what I'm saying? And it still went like triple platinum.
that's
You
the
know what I mean?
power.
Nah, that too many fillers on that album. You know, some people could do it. R. Kelly did it. He gave us a great double album. You know, Wu Tang, Bone Thugs, um, Biggie.
Eight ball.
I never heard the Lost album. That was a double album, right? Lost.
Yeah.
Never heard that. UGK, Underground Kings, all classics. You know what I'm saying? Scarface, My Homies, great double album. Some people could do it, some people can't. So that's why it's not done all the time. You know. Where does Idlewild rank? Idlewild rank for me would be like low. That's the lowest Outkast album for me.
For real.
Don't care for that soundtrack. I don't. The movie made no sense. I think they were trying to do like their own version of Purple Rain for them,
Oh
and
God.
they're not Prince. You know that
Answer me.
that's really what it was like Purple Rain for them. You know what I'm saying? Like that was their version of Purple Rain, and it
Answer
just
me,
it fell
motherfucker.
flat. Oh, they needed a simple story like Purple Rain. They didn't need nothing complicated, and they tried to do that shit. You know,
Shit,
it didn't come off well.
it didn't.
It's like, and then like the sound of the sound of the soundtrack is like 50s meets like what at that time modern hip hop. I don't think it was a good mesh for that soundtrack. Not for them.
No,
You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, man, I didn't care for that. Is it universally hated by fans? There's some good tracks. I like Hollywood Divorce with Wheezy and Snoop Dogg. That was a dope song, and I like Morris Brown. You know, Peaches, but it was the majority of that album I don't care for. You know, and I didn't care for it. The movie, I saw the movie and I didn't like it. They just couldn't pull it off, or if they could have pulled it off in a different way. If you do something like that, you might need like the Roots band a part of that project or something. I just didn't like the way they tried to mesh it everything. I'm like, nah, this is not coming out good.
shit.
You know what I mean? It's something like Madonna. Like when Madonna did it with Dick Tracy, that actually worked because that it was set. Dick Tracy was set in that time. You know what I'm saying? So like when
Yeah,
she's singing like those old tunes, like it worked because Breathless Mahoney. That's what she was doing in the film. I didn't like the soundtrack because I didn't know it was all the whole soundtrack was gonna sound like that. Like the one fast song was Vogue, and that was like the last track on the soundtrack. But she pulled it off because it actually fit with the movie. I didn't think Outkast pulled that off well at all.
that's the power of Madonna. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the AZ album. Definitely a banger. I hope he continues to promote it. You guys like already got like 3 singles out from this, and the album just came out. So Pete Rock joint, I really enjoyed that one. He needs a video for that. The Ritual with Weezy and Ross needs a video for that one. Um, what else? Never Enough was a dope joint. Blow That Shit with Dave East needs a video for that. You got bangs on you. It's a solid album. No interludes or skits. You got just the one intro, and that's it. It's just straight bangers after that. You know. I just think 13 songs. I don't know. Like for people that was waiting for this joint for a long time, they're gonna be like, yo, like that's all. Just 13 songs. You couldn't stretch it out to at least 18, 19 tracks. You know.
Niggas want a Donda playlist. That's what they want.
Nah, we don't
Only
want. But that see,
27.
with Don, I like Donda. And again, like Kanye was working on Donda for a long time, like AZ was working on this album. Like we've been hearing about Donda for the past 10 years, you know. And I thought at some time, and he has another album he didn't come out. Remember the Yandi album? That's not out yet either. You know, he has 2 albums that he was taking his time with, Yandi and Donda. Donda's out. Maybe we get Yandi next. You know, I know he's saying Watch the Throne
Oh
2
my
and all that.
God.
Who knows if that comes out? Patti LaBelle was in Idlewild. I don't even remember that shit. I saw that shit once. I don't know who was in it. Could not remember.
So what shit?
Patti LaBelle is in Idlewild. She was. I didn't. I don't remember her cameo in that.
What y'all talking about?
Patti LaBelle in Idlewild.
Oh wow, I don't remember that either.
I don't. I don't remember. I saw that shit once. Did not like it. Do you think who Selector the Beat Child is a good producer? Who's that? Never heard of him. Who Selector the Beat Child? You know? I don't even think Reg knows who the hell he is.
Nah, he needs to select a new name. That's what he needs to do. Cause that name don't fly with me, man. I thought you meant static selector for a minute. I was like, oh
That's what I
shit.
thought he was talking about. Like maybe he made a typo. Never heard of this dude, yo.
I mean, what's some shit he produced? If you can tell me.
Hold up, you said Red said So So Death was better than Murder Inc. Oh my god. You really said that?
I really said that.
Who other than the Brat and Crisscross and Jagged Edge and Crisscross was better than Murder Inc. They wasn't even selling the records that Murder Inc. was selling.
I mean,
Jagged Edge wasn't outselling Ja Rule. Neither was the Brat. Crisscross that they went platinum for like their first two. I don't even think the last album went platinum.
Escape was selling.
Escape they sold, and then after three albums they left. Same with Crisscross. Brat only got like one classic album. Well, at least she got one more than Jadakiss.
We're
Brat,
not doing it.
Funk the Fight or Kiss the Game Goodbye. Which one is a better album?
Oh shit. I'm about to go with Kiss the Game on that one.
Wow, really? I got the Brat. Nope, I got the Brat all day for nine. She got 9 songs on there, so technically it's like an EP. Nine
See, I
songs
like
better than Kiss the Game.
I like Funkdafied, but it was one of those Death Row Syndrome albums and shit.
Oh
But it
my
was
god, you said the same thing about the Bomb. I don't believe that.
well, see, Funkdafied was I can play Funkdafied more because it has some joints on it and stuff like that. The Bomb, nah.
You crazy? What? You bugging? I'm real. I'm real is like the flyest joint off of that album. All right with Supercat. The Bomb title track with the Brat. That was like the Brat's debut.
It was a
She
dollar
killed it.
store Death Row album.
No, but that's what I be telling you. I'm like, yo, that was the sound of the culture at that time. Like in '93, when I tell you, like, yo, everybody was trying to do a hardcore album. LL did it. The youngsters, Onyx, that was the sound of '93. '94, when we go to '94, it was all G Funk shit. Once Death Row got big, it was a rap. Everybody was trying to copy their sound. Warren G came out on Def Jam and he blew up with his first album. That was the sound they were trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So you had people like the Jermaine doing that for the Brett album and for Chris Cross second album, and they sold millions. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were trying to go for. Even look at Master Ace. Master Ace, Sitting on Chrome. That's a G Funk album.
Yeah, it's a
That's he was
G-Funk album.
he
But it's
was
a
inspired
satirical.
by Cali, huh?
Yeah, but he gets a slight pass because it was satirical when he did it.
Yeah, but he from the East Coast, and he's
Yeah, I
doing
know he's
G
from the
Funk. So
East Coast.
how does he? At that time, they were looking at him weird, like how you from the East Coast and you trying to sound like Cali. You know what I'm saying?
The way he did it was ahead of his time when he did it.
Yes, but we didn't look at it at that time like that though. See, like when you listen to Exhibit, first album At the Speed of Life, that's a boom bap West Coast album. But
Yes.
he wasn't getting the same type of side eye that they were giving to Master Ace. You know what I'm saying? So that's the sound. That's the sound that all the record labels were trying to copy. They were trying to copy whatever was trendy. Same thing with Bad Boy. When Bad Boy got big with all the remixes and Puffy sampling all the old hits, that's what they were trying to do. They're trying to do the Bad Boy sound too. You know. When the Blueprint first dropped 20 years ago, no, I don't have the Blueprint. I had the bootleg before it came out because
Oh
it got leaked.
wow.
It got leaked. I never bought the Blueprint. and that's
Oh
the one that
wow.
I need. I'd rather have that than Blueprint 2. Never bought it, but I need the blue case version. And I didn't even know back then they had a blue case version. I did not know
You
that
mean
because
the all blue case, right? Like
yes, the OG, that's the OG copy. Yes, I didn't know it was a blue case. Because remember when it came out, it was 9/11. I wasn't even thinking about records at that time when everything happened. You know what I'm saying? I can't even tell you like what was the first album I bought after 9/11. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? But I remember having the bootleg for it because it got leaked to the streets before it came out.
oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? But I never bought it. But I definitely need to get that.
Never, never, never,
So
never.
your music.
I never change.
That's my favorite on there. That might be my favorite song on Blueprint.
Shit,
It
my
was it
favorite one
was
is Song Fire.
Songcry was dope, and that was a different song for him, man. Like people were thinking like, yo, Jay Z got a heart. What happened to Big Pimpin' and you know
What the fuck? I never.
ain't
I don't.
ain't no nigga. What happened to that Jay? You fuck him and leave him. You know that was a different song for Jay to come out with, man.
I
It was
can't
bootlegged
see
in
it.
the streets, yo. Like they had like on Labor Day for that year, for Labor Day 2001. Like I remember seeing bootleggers selling it on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it was heavily bootlegged here, and then like when it came out, I don't even know how people even went to the store to get that shit that same day, man. Cause like we just lost like a lot of thousands of people died, and the twin towers like fell, and people still went to the record store. I didn't go to the record store. I was supposed to be actually down there that same morning when everything
I mean,
happened.
they needed the minds to get off it. I guess.
Huh?
I guess they needed some the minds to get off it. I guess.
Oh yeah, like that came out and Fabulous album had a bootleg also. When I had that they leaked that shit too. I had that bootleg for that because I didn't like, and I wasn't a huge Fab fan then. Like I heard him on the Clue mixtapes. I'm like, yeah, he dope, he could spit, but I didn't hear nothing from the album, so I had the bootleg first to hear it. You know, that's what we were doing. Like we get the bootleg and then we hear it. If it's good, we buy it. If it's not, we just keep the bootleg. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of albums that we talk about, like I had the bootleg for, but I haven't gotten around to getting like the retail because they're out of print now. Like when we talked about Ludacris Word of Mouth, I had a bootleg for that, and I was actually promoting for Ludacris, but they never sent me the album for that one. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
wow.
So like it wasn't, they didn't give me like the advanced copy for it. You know what I'm saying? So I just had the bootleg, and I'm like, yeah, this is a dope album from Ludacris, and now it's like out of print. So um that's how it was back then in the mixtape era. It was like, we had the bootlegs we had the mixtapes and we had the bootlegs, and you know, it's like when people wasn't really buying like that anymore, but I was still buying like here and there. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. That's not even people's favorite tracks or from Volume One. You know what I'm saying? Like You Must Love Me. They don't even mention that song.
They never mentioned that one.
Nah, they never mention that song. Regrets also. They never mention that one.
That's my favorite track off Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah. My favorite off Reasonable Doubt is like everything else though, but it's like Brooklyn's Finest and Can't Knock the Hustle. You know, Take Over is great.
ROC. We're running this rap shit.
Take Over is great.
I'm gonna stay on for another 10 minutes.
Money Cash Holes, yes.
I love the remix though.
You like the Money Cash Holes remix with who was on that? Bleak. Oh Lord, they didn't need
Beanie,
Bleak on there.
Beanie Bleak, and
They they really did not need Bleak on there. It's perfect with just DMX and Jay, to me.
exactly. But
You know.
the remix, I don't know. That's that. Beanie killed that remix, man.
Yes, the Benny did kill it. We didn't need Bleak on there though. Like he did. What did he add to that made it so great?
You know he was a lackey.
He still is. That's the lackey lieutenant of the Rock. You know, he still is. He hasn't. His position hasn't changed in the group. If they come back right now, he's still the lackey. You know, it's not like he went on to do great things after Rock. You know, DMX killed that joint to me though. That like it's hard to follow what DMX did on that song.
Jigga, my nigga.
Crazy. That's like my first. That's like the first time I heard of Swiss Beats. It was that and the DMX album the same year. Swiss like planned this shit. Like '98 was really his year. Like he was on the volume 2. Came out with he was on both X albums at to debut #1. He was on the NORE album. '98 was really his year.
Right.
Like he should have been producer of the year for '98. You know. Stillmatic is a great album, man. I wish he had released more songs from that. Like Rewind should have had a video for that. You know, Second Childhood. Crazy joint.
Yeah, second childhood. That's my joint.
Oh man. I think you played that for the battle, right? For the Primo battle? You played that?
Yeah,
Love that joint. That's like the last joint he did with Primo, right? Second Childhood?
that's it.
Yeah. Damn, man. 2000, what was that, 2001?
Well, technically, if the classic with Kanye, KRS, and Rakim, that was the last joint.
Oh,
Technically,
yeah. True. But I mean, like for a Nas project, though.
yeah, from the Nas album. Yeah,
Man. Come on, Nas. Get in the studio with Primo, man. What's wrong with this dude? He doing shit with
Nigga
Hit
with
Boy
Hit
all
Boy.
day. Fuck all that. You got 2 already. You don't need no third with Hit Boy. Is anybody anxious to hear that? I'm not.
Hey man, if it's
If
good,
if
it's
he
good.
if he say his next project gonna be AZ and Nas, I'm happy. I would be excited for that. Or if Nas and Primo, I'm excited. I don't want to hear KD part D. I'm good. I'm good on that. At this point, it has to be Nas and AZ. AZ has a better album than Nas right now. You know what I'm saying? I heard the album. I heard the AZ album. Like this is better than Nas's album right now. Every track. You know what I'm saying? And he had different producers. He didn't stick to just one. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna just do a whole album with Buck Wild," even though that would be fire. He had an assorted flavor. You got Heatmakers on there. You got Buck Wild, Pete Rock is coming back for this album. You got Alchemist. I never heard AZ and Alchemist before. I'm trying to think of a song that he's done with Alchemist. I can't think of any.
Right.
Alchemist gave him a banger. That might be like my favorite track right now. That Ritual joint. You know what I'm saying? He got assorted flavors on the album. That's how it's supposed to sound, man. You know, dope album. Long awaited. At least he took his time with his album. He didn't rush it out. Gave it some bullshit. I love it. Yes, I heard there's gonna be a sequel to that. I don't know why you would do that. What's the story gonna be about for ATO?
I heard it was fake.
It's fake.
That's what I heard.
How would they do an ATO 2 though? Like how would they do that? Is Big Boy coming back for that?
That's all I'm worried about. I thought Ti was going through his shit though.
Right. Primo and MC8, yes. The shit he did for MC8 in the past has been fire. I would love to hear a whole Primo produced MC8 album. You know what I mean? I'd rather take that. Shit. I know Primo said he was supposed to do an album with Rage and that never happened. You know? Give me that joint. You know what I mean? What you have for dinner, Reg? Did you eat dinner yet, or you about to eat dinner?
Just had a
You
pizza.
just have pizza. You ain't have like no
Yeah.
4-course meal in there.
Nah, not tonight.
Reg said I'm chilling on Friday. No 4-course meal today.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Wow. Yep. The Wire, classic show, man. Classic show. I love that.
For real.
All star cast. When you look at that cast, yo, like everybody now is a big stars from that. You know what I'm saying? Mac Wiles was on that show, and Michael B. Jordan, Idris Elba, Stringer Bell, Avon Barksdale, Wood Harris. Everybody from that show are stars right now. You know, the guy that played McNulty, I seen him on a couple of shows and movies and shit. It was crazy.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Method Man played Cheese on that show. Crazy, man. Crazy shit. The guy that played D'Angelo on there, he's on the season of Canaan right now, and he still looks the same. Snoop, I haven't seen Snoop in anything recently though. I haven't seen her in nothing. You know, Omar, rest in peace to Michael K. Williams. Omar, he was great on that show. Fajo Star, man, it was like so many people coming through on that show, man.
Yes, rest in peace, Michael K. Williams, man.
Yes, great show. Back when HBO had a great lineup on Sundays, man. Sopranos, The Wire, they had Entourage, you know, True Blood. Like I wasn't missing none of these shows. And then something happened. They just went to shit. They started making it like Game of Thrones, the Game of Thrones channel and shit, man.
Right,
I never
Walking Dead.
liked that show. Never liked that show. Game of Thrones and Broadway Empire. I never watched those shows.
Hmm.
You know, they had some good shows on there. Have you seen both FMA series? What's that? I don't watch All American. My mom watches that. I don't watch it. Only shit I
Yeah.
watch on CW is the DC shows. If it's not the Flash or Batwoman, I ain't watching it.
I'm gonna end it off for the night, y'all. Gotta do my thesis. But this has been real as fuck. Thank y'all so much for tuning in late at night. Hope y'all have a good night and good weekend. This Sunday, we want to talk about graduation in Curtis. You
Yes.
know, we cannot wait to talk about that. You know, the 27th, of course, is the collection video
Hmm.
and the surprise review. So y'all stay tuned on that. And with that being said, hope everyone has a good night, and I'll see y'all later.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.